I just got really tired before, like right starting this. Anyway, starting off, we have the devil at the bottom of the deck here, but let's kind of ooh, now the Empress. Let's kind of see what's going on in your energy. What kind of energy are you collecting? The Hangman, King of Cups. I've heard I'm getting like obviously suspended in time here with the Hangman, but I'm also kind of getting stuck in the middle with you. Also, I've been hearing the Grateful Dead. I'm pretty sure that's a band. I've never listened to a song by them ever. If that's not a band, correct me, but maybe that's relevant for someone. But it's like hanging on by a thread. It's like you're hanging on by a thread here with this Hangman. Likely relating to how it is that you express emotion. Or maybe there's an expression of emotion that you're kind of like, I'm getting kind of like the rope is about to snap and then you'll have no choice but to move forward. Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. Queen of Cups. This is two highly emotional, like highly emotionally perceptive people. Oh, 10 of Cups at the bottom here. So going from the 5 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. All of it hinging on this moment of reflection, on the pause before decisive action. Queen of Pentacles. High Priestess. Jeez. 3 of Pentacles. Whatever this is, you're open to it here with the Queen of Pentacles. And it's likely that you already know, right? Like deeper than your intuition, you already know. You're actually very much like ready and willing to be receptive to this, to bring warmth into this mystery, the situation where like feelings are matched. It's giving, hello? It's giving reciprocal. And kind of coming together. And I feel like energetically, you're going to kind of be leading the charge here with that. Like, not here in the 3D. You know what I mean? Something once hidden is now being made manifest, is what I was just hearing. But it was like a putting down the swords and being willing to come together and learn and work together, right? I'm also kind of getting like Medusa here at the top. You know, you see that? Like I'm kind of just getting like Medusa. just saw the Knight of Cups as well. So this is like very much, nice. I was about to say very much like in your emotions, but like in your head, right? I don't know why this keeps, okay, there we go. Like, oh my God, this is probably gonna drive me crazy. It's like this really needed, it's like you've been recharging before getting ready for this. And yeah, there's that Knight of Cups. Because there was indecision. Kind of getting like crossed, like star-crossed. And again, like the laying down of swords, right? The moon. Lots of watery, feminine energy here. Lots of reflection. A lot is about to be revealed after this distinctive pause. And it's like everything hangs in the balance here. And that's kind of like what the Hangman's like, everything needed to hang in the balance. As you just kind of like sat in the current of your emotions, and this needed to kind of like, I feel like energetically you've been very much nurturing this. And there's always been this air of collaboration, even through the like isolation, even through the having to like individually go within and really kind of see like where you were in an impasse, where you weren't willing to compromise, like where your thoughts were kind of like there's like an element of indecision, but it was like if I close my eyes and like and plug my ears, then I just don't, like I can just pretend as if like this isn't happening, as if I don't have to think about it, move forward with this or anything like that, right? So it's like this transitionary period where there was just kind of like a need to really, really focus on just your own day-to-day, you're like maintaining your own like health and wellness, like in your own like emotional space, so that whatever that needs to be revealed, so that you could be able to handle it, be able to process it, right? Whoever wants to put them to take care. Yeah, because otherwise it was going to lead to this energy that didn't work for anybody, right? Always at odds, like feeling competitive, trying to outdo each other, of like either who can care the most, who can care the least, like, you know, just that sort of thing. And it's like there doesn't have to be competition within like interpersonal relationships, love, what have you. Whatever this is, it's got some forward momentum to it now. It's got some spice, but it's grounded, it's rooted. That's the devil. Let's get one more for that. Before, when I saw the devil, I was gonna say it's like you're no longer like shackled, right? Tied to the shadows, the past. And I'm especially getting like the shadows, because again here I've never really focusing on this, but feeling like Medusa up here. So we got Queen of Swords, Seven of Cups. Seeing the truth of the path ahead and seeing which path it is that you actually want to take. And you making that decision, you being able to come to that decision after this intentional indecision and this period of isolation and reflection, introspection, all of that here with the Four Swords. Like, you see the path. Now you see what needs to be nurtured. You see where you want to go. The Lovers, choice. Yeah, choice. Oh my goodness, this is gonna piss me off. The Sun. A big yes on collaboration, on collaborating on how much that's going to bring you joy. How that's going to revitalize something. This connection, this ability to work together to move forward from this conflicting energy. That was the Star. Page of Cups. It's like a brand new outlook. Brand new day, brand new way of being, brand new way of approaching this. That was the Artist, which is like visionary, and now actually out is the Ten of Cups. This is definitely a romantic connection. We have the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Ten of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck there. We have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Now we have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. This is what's going on in your energy. Like right now, you're coming to some conclusions on what it is that you want within love and who it is that you want it with. And it looks like an emotional equal is very, very important to you. Wanting something like true and romantic and loving. Because this is my card of like romance. It's like, yeah, you have a choice, but it's like, especially with a spread like this, is like the choice in choosing love and choosing to love, to nurture love, right? To maintain being this like warm, stable, like place being for yourself, for the relationship. Do you know what I mean? So it's like that's kind of what's in your energy, and the connecting energy to you is kind of in their emotions right now, because what even made me sit down to do this reading was because this song would not stop in my head. Frankly, lately, as the love readings have been slightly annoying because they're so loud and they like won't leave me alone. I was saying, don't forget me. I get this feeling like I'm fading from your memory. So I wrote this song, I called it Don't Forget Me, but also a specific line. I hope he thinks it's magic when you laugh, because I remember everything. So why do I get this feeling like I'm fading from your memory? It's like, it's like, well, you're kind of understanding what it is that you want, and not honestly kind of energetically preparing for this, whatever the face looks like. There's other person in your energy, and I'm thinking it is this King of Cups energy that is very much like in their head. I don't think they can feel your energy. I don't think that they think that you're thinking about them. even though both of those suits are very, very psychic. So this is a very like psychic connection. You guys would be like very psychically connected to each other, like highly. And so it's just like this transitionary period. And I don't think either one of you are meant to know when it's gonna come to an end. So I see how spirit views this connection. And what spirit is like, yeah, how spirit views this connection. And like maybe you overall in general. That just flew. I'm also looking here at this other deck, Emotional Storm at the bottom here. I feel like this person's going through it. Okay, so the first card out that flew is Hammer, which speaks to sabotage, rebuilding, let's say introspection again, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. Did I say rebuilding? That's the one that stuck out to me, and working on it. So like individually working on yourselves. Ascending, transcending obstacles, growth's edge, which has been coming out a lot lately. Coffee cup, so wanting to meet up, talk about this, kind of reestablish a line of connection, see if there's anything that actually could be rebuilt after this like hammer energy, right? This sabotage. Maybe not leading with emotion, like the emotions there, the depth is there, but not leading with it. Kind of starting off very tame, friendly, casual. Maybe that's needed. So they might like ask you out for coffee or something, like when they do come in. It's way too many, but we do have soulmates here. But again, way too many. That was Paradise and Love Call. In passion, but also I saw stab in the back peeking out, so this could have been that, right? Like as a form of self-sabotage. Nothing short of like a slew of cards is trying to come out at a time. Like they only want to come out in chunks at a time. But we do have an engagement ring, the Grim Reaper, girl with the snake and separation. And you did jump from the Five of Cups to the Ten of Cups. Which obviously that's just not going to happen like overnight, but it's like going from that energy to building to the Ten of Cups. Like going from thinking that this is over, thinking that you were like being used, needing to enforce boundaries, and like having this just like. And what's sticking out to me here with separation is like the yearning, unsure about the future. And here we do have love call again at the bottom here. Okay, let's confirm these. But I will say that does confirm that within this connection, like this person is in an emotional storm. Like this King of Cups energy is in an emotional storm. Is reflecting back on how they like sabotage this, how they like kind of like a, you know, the nail in the coffin, right? Like whatever it is that they did, it was kind of like the nail in the coffin. It's like the final straw, like the final straw. So that's why they're wondering, like, Am I fading from your memory? Right? Like unsure about the future, because it's like this felt over. This felt closed off. Hammer. That's too many. Seriously, only chunks want to come out. But mirror and not enough. Likely reflecting each other's wounds back to each other. Literally triggering each other's inner childs, like inner children. Constantly repeating the loop, feeding the cycle. I just saw 555 of not being enough. And that kind of leading to all of this, right? Coffee cup. Rebuilding with friendship. Stabbed in the back. Golden mirror. Mirroring each other would be very, very important. Yeah, like a very much a mirror connection, because back to back we have mirror and then golden mirror. But golden mirror is like self-absorbed, like one-sided relationship, unrequited love, love bombing. And then obviously you have stabbed in the back, like pain, separation, deception. Before I confirm engagement ring, what was this deception here? Beauty, shallow, nourish. One more. So with beauty, I'm just kind of getting, I wouldn't say using you for your beauty, but kind of like maybe feeling like they don't see more to you or this connection than just like how magnetically attracted you guys are to each other, and how that just kind of, and also just how 23 could be significant, and how that like made them think that this was a very like shallow relationship. With nourish and stress, I'm getting like kind of not taking care of like themselves to be able to pour into this relationship, pour into you. One more. Curse. Negative mindset. Which is why all that freaking introspection was needed. Elusive, dishonesty, deception, which is why we pulled out this deck in the first place to see what the deception was. Like, just confirming that there was just deception, right? But really, like, what stands out to me is, like, beauty and shallow. Treating this as if it was something that it wasn't. Maybe even, like, saying to you in, like, a fit of rage or, like, pain or whatever, not an excuse, but that I'm hearing, like, that you were shallow, like that all you were was your beauty, right? Like that's kind of like all you brought to the table, which is really, really rough. I'm really sorry if you actually like heard that, if that was said to you. We got the runner, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. Let's just, instead of confirming all of this, let's just confirm engagement ring. And then we'll get this person's current energy. Now this is how Spirit is like seeing this connection. Lightning. I don't think that is going to be coming soon. Oh, and the chaser. So switching from them being the runner to them chasing after you, like, but in a very balanced way. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany. We did say that this was like rapidly coming in with Eight of Wands. T, confirmation there. So it's like you have 3 good cards out of all of this, right? So it's just, Spirit is saying like there is a spark of hope, a spark of like light. I split to love call again. This is like the 3rd time I've seen love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So whatever it is, you're on their mind heavily, right? That's why they're like, I hope that you're not moving on from me. I just saw 26, Jesus. One more. Handful, because of course. No, just 2. This wanted to come out before, but I put it away. And this. So this is something that needs to kind of be in the background. Like knowing that like they're looking at your photos, missing you's come out a bunch of times here. Releasing the karmic patterns within your relationship. That's you know, that's what needed to go, to die. The empath narcissist paradigm, the sabotage, the one-sidedness, like literally, and as you see soulmates, you have ascending right above it. What's right behind that? Sunglasses. So I mean, this person is like, you're heavily on this person's mind, looking at pictures of you, maybe even spying on you in one way or another, because they're in their emotions. They're in their emotions, and I just put the date. As I say, they're in their emotions. I want to get their energy. Lovers. I'll swap. Energy of person connected to collective. Two of Wands, Four of Cups, Ace of Cups. There is this energy of, I feel like I've said a brand new world earlier in this reading, and that's like kind of what I'm getting here, like, and also like a brave new world after this despair, after this kind of apathetic, just down and out, woe is me sort of energy, like being cracked open and kind of looking, like casting their gaze, their mind towards the future. Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck here. I'm hearing seeing is believing, but also now believing that it's possible to go after what it is they actually want. Nine of Cups for me is not necessarily just fulfillment, right? Wishes come true. Like it can be that, but honestly I see the stars more as wishes come true. For me, Nine of Cups is like the ability, like opening yourself up, especially here. You see how like cracked wide open, just like, you know, like very much opening of the heart chakra, like pointed towards the sky, kind of opening up your energetic field, your body, your capacity, your heart space for your deepest desires to get to that 10 of Cups. It's like they're kind of like finally learning how to sit with the energy of magic after being very much stuck in their shadows. Seven of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. One more for Six of Pentacles. Whatever. Justice reversed. So there is an element of which came down in spirit decks, like obviously, but there is very much an element of, and they're conscious of it now, of how this was one-sided, like the element of love bombing, how this was not fair, this was not balanced, equal give and take here. Two of Wands. Tower. One more for that. Four of Pentacles. King of Swords. I'm kind of getting like looking out anew, right, with the Two of Wands, and seeing like the I was about to say disruption, but I was trying to say destruction. Of all that, like, they can no longer just like control, that they can no longer just kind of like have a tight grip on, and knowing, like, learning how to make plans, look ahead without that sense of control, and still move clear-headedly. Six of Wands, and successfully, right? Four of Cups. I'm not mad at this energy for them. Four of Cups, Two of Cups, right? Very much like, what I say, competing on who can care the least. Reviewing how that was like their energy, mostly. Ace of Cups. Shuffling is hard today, you see that? 444, significant. Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Temperance. We have Four of Swords coming out in your deck as well. So Temperance and Four of Swords, and this Ace of Cups. This is divine. This is divine saying you're gonna sit, you're gonna balance your shadows and your light. You're really gonna like find that thread to your heart, so that you can be cracked wide open. That was what's in their energy. Nine of Cups. The Star. As I say that, like, Nine of Cups for me isn't wishes fulfillment. The Star is wishes fulfilled comes out. Yeah, believing in that. And that's what they needed to come to a healthy state of mind for. Believing that was possible for them. That was like a huge shadow for them. And it's why they kind of like, I don't necessarily think that they were actually like, I don't think that there was actually an element of unrequited love. It's more so reflecting on how their behavior, right, their expression of emotion, how that gave off an element of like unrequited love, and not wanting to, not being comfortable being an expressive person. Like, you know those people who, and this is typically of like men, like, you know those men who like, who can kind of show they love you, but they can't like say the words I love you. It's giving that, but like not even being able to show it, because that would be, hold on, that would be too vulnerable. That would be exposing too much of them, which is something that they always got caught up in. Devil. Empress. Seven of Wands. Devil and Empress. Seven of Pentacles. Ooh. Holy cow. The Sun and Eight of Cups. Choosing joy. Knowing what to walk away from. growing and glowing, coming out of only existing within the shadow. Learning shadow integration as well was a big thing, which is what that tower was. Moving forward when things are beyond your control, learning how to sit and receive, be receptive, be open to the magic of life, right? Really evaluating like how that needs to be done here. 3 of Wands. And now they're looking out and kind of wondering how it is that they can like how to be a person who can like give back equally in all ways, and give you what it is that you need, what it is that you desire, like what it is that you like deserve, like you're deserving of. I want one more for that. That was the 8 of Wands. I want to go on again. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is a card of like luxury and stuff, but it's also a card of refinement, refining certain things. I think it's a refinement of their own energy, coming out with some like very like magnetic, abundant energy now, to where they have things to give to you, right, of themselves. 10 of Cups here at the bottom of the deck again. That was in your deck, and now it's at the bottom of their deck. So we're just gonna see what's coming, and then just like, I don't know what Spirit wants you to know. What's coming in this connection? After this. Ooh. So this deck is gonna get it together every time. Mercury retrograde, electronic issues, communication issues, review, like putting everything under review. Caution, which also speaks to like not burning yourself out. Gold digger, which for me is a card of like using, which not like using as an addiction, but like using you. Right here. Excuse me. Pregnancy. Why am I hearing maybe they abandoned you while you were pregnant? Never heard that. Never heard that. We're gonna see what confirms that. Health. Yeah, just be mindful of your health at this time. Like, again, don't overwork yourself. Mercury retrograde. We are in Mercury retrograde. So it's like maybe when this comes in, like there is still a need to proceed with caution, to not overwork yourself, to kind of let this play out the way that it needs to. For you also to not want to like kind of need control, need answers like immediately. Because you still want to make sure that they're not using you. You want to make sure that they're not lying to you. You want to make sure that they're actually showing up like how it is that you need them to be showing up as. Do you know what I mean? And even you yourself, like just because before they weren't transparent and they were shady and deceptive and, you know, kind of had like a veil of emotions, like really veiled their emotions, it doesn't mean that you now need to do that too, like in retaliation, like a match energy sort of thing. I believe that like a matching energy is the lamest thing that you can do. That's just my personal truth. But it's just like, excuse me, show up as who you are. And if someone can't match that, if someone can't accept that, if someone can't appreciate that, then like kick them to the curb. But like matching energy is such a waste of time, and it's childish, and it gets you nowhere. It gets you communication issues. But pregnancy could be a very big thing here. Really quickly, we're gonna just confirm all these because this is like 40 minutes long. Mercury retrograde. Health actually. Ooh. Health actually coming out. No. One more for it's not the right time. Manifestation. So I'm taking that as we are in Mercury retrograde, so I don't think that this is going to exactly come together in this time. And I don't even think in Mercury is like a shadow period. Because there's a lot that still needs to be kind of figured out. Caution. But at this time, though, it is in Pisces. Reflect back on the past. Look at where you are now. And what it is that you want now. And tell the universe, you know, what it is that you want. And then let the rest of retrograde, you know, give you the obstacles or the challenges that you need to get to that place, right? To bring your manifestations, like to make your manifestations manifest, you know what I mean? But also still be mindful of your health issues, like your mental health stability, and like not overworking yourself with this. This is very much a trust sort of thing. Because none of these cards are really positive, right? Other than manifest and pregnancy. But with the way the spirit is seeing this connection, that wasn't actually really positive either, but there were two very positive cards in there. And within both of your energy, you can just tell that there's growth. You can just tell that there's a lot of growth. Because to have all of this in your energy, but then for your cards to come out, for your personal tarot to come out, like the way that it did, that shows just like there's been a lot of growth between the two of you. This is a highly like emotional connection. You guys are very emotionally like linked, tethered to each other. You guys see each other emotionally. It's just that hasn't necessarily always been like verbalized and like expressed here in the 3D. It's like more so like the psychic connection in the 5D, and that's all well and fine. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that actually, but it's like, but you can't just go off of what it is that you feel energetically. You know what I mean? Like you still have to see that here. You still have to see that manifest in the physical world. Caution. Find out more information. Moving. You could be moving at this time, or maybe you're getting told to like not overwork. Like this could be an aside sort of thing of like getting told not to like overwork yourself in trying to move or while you're moving. And maybe like moving during Mercury retrograde isn't the best thing, but I don't know. Astrologers tap into that. The Muse. What's that? Did that come out? That did not come out. Water sign. Water signs have been coming up a lot lately. But I mean, this is again, emotions were heavy here. And we are again in a Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Yeah, day night at the bottom here. Liar. But I mean, still also this could just have involved a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So under liar, there's someone else. Someone that was like in the middle trying to sabotage this. Communicate at the bottom here. Compromise, work it out, forgive. We'll have to tap into that. Pregnancy. Spy. Commitment. One more. Intuition. So it could be that you're actually the actual detail that you were pregnant, or maybe you are pregnant. Maybe they're still looking in on you because you're pregnant and they're worried about you. That's never come out in a reading before. maybe they're kind of just like gauging where you are because they are like now ready for this commitment, and you're just being called to trust your intuition. But it also says the red flags that you ignore now will come back to bite you later. Sexuality fell on top of manifest. Someone is still figuring themselves out. And maybe that's where that someone else came in. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that's, you know, why there's some sort of, you know, maybe they needed to experiment, not excusing anything, but, or just, you know, just figuring themselves out, period. I wanted this to be a confession here now. I wanted this to be kind of a shorter reading, but I just want to quickly get tarot on this someone else, and then you two, like, moving forward. Honestly, within like the next month. I was gonna do week, but we need to do like a month out, like post retrograde, post shadow period, like when the dust is settled. Okay. Sorry, it's like 7 a.m. and I have not slept. Spirit, what is this? This energy of someone else, this third party connection situation. Hangman, which that was the first one in your energy. Hierophant. Ten of Swords reversed. Five of Cups and a cosmic card. Make long-term plans, express gratitude, harvest fall. Hierophant can also be a card of marriage, but I don't think you're gonna like this, but I think that honestly, whatever this energy of this someone else, this third party influence was, I think it gave them the wake up call that they needed. Help them get themselves together, get their head on straight. Probably in a way that like being with you couldn't, and that maybe that stings a bit, but I don't know, here we are. Because they're receiving in this energy, like justice reversed, that's heavily like victimizing, like victimization. That's like, it's like not wanting to see through the fog, literally not wanting to have this aha moment, this awakening. Hey man. No, you know what? What's coming in this connection a month from now? Ten of Wands reversed, lay your burdens down. I'm trying so hard here, and the cards, baby, the cards. Seven of Swords sideways, but I'm reading it upright, and it fell right on the Ten of Wands. Excuse me. whatever this someone else was, let them confess about it in their own time. You don't need to stress about it. But also know that there was some cowardly action. There was some trail. There was some trail. Yeah. So I don't actually even think that in a month from now this is even, because you have 9 of Wands upright. That's holding the line, perseverance. That's not backing down. Having courage. And this is what's coming a month from now. Normally I see the first cosmic card as what's been happening, right? And the second is what's coming. But for here, I am kind of saying that this is both, but more specifically what's coming over the next few months. Like you're being prepared. This is being prepared for harvest. Express gratitude for what has happened now. Find the silver lining now, right? That's why you're kind of being called to like get your priorities straight, like what actually matters to you. I believe I said that at the beginning in your energy, that's something that you were working on. So it's like over the next few months, you're going to continue to refine that. And I do think for the next few months, like there is gonna kind of be this air of still false pretenses, like doubling down on that. And that's why you need to like have courage, right? That's why you need to be like faithful, like unwavering in what it is that you want, what it is that you know is like coming for you, that's meant for you. And that's what's like going to move this forward, like the strength of will, your willpower, right? Just 2 more. 6 of Cups. It's the card of reunion. But we have the 8 of Pentacles reversed. One more for that. Three of Cups reversed. One more. Okay, there's the Emperor that wanted to come out. Instead, we have the Knight of Wands. I mean, that's also kind of why you still need to be cautious. This is very much a long-term vision sort of thing. This is not instant gratification. This is not something that's going to come together like, because there's just been a lot. There's been third-party influences. There's been kind of being complacent, right? Really dropping the ball within the relationship, which we talk about that with unrequited love. There's been a need to focus on your own priorities, to endure and all of that. And then just like smack dab in the middle. And it's the same for the spread before it, talking about someone else and how it was kind of affecting this. It's like smack dab in the middle of there, Ten of Swords reversed, reconcile, regeneration, let it go, healing, and then smack dab here and what's coming for you guys in the next month, like the energetics of the next month. It's like all that stuff, and then smack dab in the middle is the 6 of Cups, tenderness, sweet things in life, shared moments, innocence, soulmate. And so I just, you know, they might come in like a little scattered. They might come in a little still trying to pull one over on you. This is still in a liminal space. Like, this is still transitioning from what was to what was, to what's meant to be. One more overall. Ace of Cups that wanted to come out. Overflowing love, bliss, romance. But what did come out is the what's the 7 of Wands? Yeah, 7 of Wands, worth fighting for, make a stand, face it head on, don't back down. I think when you double down on what it is that you want, right? When you show that you're not going to budge, I think that's when this person is gonna get it together. This when they're gonna go within, have this like soul searching moment, because they're gonna see that this flirty, you know, sort of way of coming in is not gonna work, and they're gonna like it's like going back to my roots. That's like that's kind of the energy of what it's gonna be, right? Because again, you guys like immediately the first cards came out within your energy, which you're feeling how you were seeing this like Hierophant, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. So it's like they're going to remember like the shared connection that you guys have, because the thing that like the central tether here is the 6 of Cups. And like the central tether and all of this is like, in the sea of all this destruction, all this chaos, all this like deception, there is a very like meaningful connection here. It's just like wading through the muck, right? Like wading through the muddy waters. And that's only gonna come through them having spiritual, because they're aware of how they feel about you. But they kind of like are because they're afraid of how they feel about you and afraid of expressing that. So that, you know, this is still working on them, for them to turn into this Hierophant, right? This like energetic, right? Like divine masculine energy. And remember, the Emperor did want to come out within this spread. It's like, so that, you know, that's, and it has to be energetic first before it can even manifest here in 3D, and that's why the Emperor didn't come out. So it's just a little more soul searching that needs to happen here. One more. In an odd way, we're gonna get one more for this. In an odd way, I don't think this is bad. Queen of Wands. Strong-willed, not easily moved. I think that's probably gonna be a little necessary. Now we want to temper that with I'm saying this more death in reverse, clear and purge, emerging, metamorphosis, rebirth, regeneration. I'm saying this more as not holding on to this energy, the strong-willed energy, right? Make your stand, allow this to transform, and, you know, don't like sit in that energy a little too much. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's gonna be needed in the beginning, but that's not energy that you need to sit in constantly. Because it's going to lead to more imbalance, more discord, more disharmony. It's like a sense of inauthenticity. Chariot and Knight of Swords. I think you guys are moving through this. I really do. I really, really do. I just think that this is going to, I think this is going to take a while, right? New moon, manifest your desires, set intentions. Don't give up, new cycle begins. I just think that this is, I picked it up. Guidance on how the collective can stay in strength. I want one from this and then one from the archetypes. Surrender to the divine. Spirit's funny. Communications. I was seeing this card. I didn't think it was gonna come out because I felt like, and then right under it, a new start is coming. A new start is coming. What's that? Yeah. It's just not gonna look like it. It's just not gonna look like it, and it's just meant for you to have faith. I think in its own way, this is tugging on your own threads on what Spirit has been trying to work with you, and I just got chills. Look, babe, I know you're probably gonna be like, this is cuckoo, but I've spent an hour doing this reading. I like genuinely, I feel like it's gonna be the trenches for a while, and then like magically this is gonna come together. The energy just is, it hasn't landed. It's still germinating. It's still germinating. Because this is really growing you. This is really strengthening you. And it's going to really strengthen your connection, believe it or not. Archetypal energy for the collectives to sit in. Or that they're growing into. Sit in and growing into. Truth, literal like truth, a source of truth. Didn't I say I was saying this card, the seed, growth's edge? Beginning's coming, so the beginning, the origin, the pearl. And I'm not even gonna read the entire thing actually. When this card appears, there's a potent generative energy all around. It stirs your very insides and usually results in an antsy, impatient feeling. Pay particular attention to what agitates you, as it is a sure sign of growth to come. You are bumping against a growth edge. It is from the grit that the pearl eventually comes to be. When in light, generative, fertile, building, germinating. When in dark, festering, stewing, dormant. And you're not any of that. Okay, hold on. Truth. When in light, clarity, revelation, disclosure. When in dark, distortions, gaslighting, excuses. That's what this is weeding out here. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Althea. I think that's how you pronounce it. I could be messing that up. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize it by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. I'm gonna have to look this up because I don't actually think it's Althea. I have to look that up. Card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act. Maybe you do poetry and that's why I like stumble on it. Maybe that's something that's like also germinating within you. or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed, which we've been talking about that this entire reading. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and a sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings, set it free. And I have said, I've always said that your truth is the truth from your perspective, right? Someone else's truth is their truth. But the truth, like the truth, is not subjective in the slightest. It is an essence. It is something that can be felt, right? It has an energetic frequency. It's indisputable, the truth of a situation. But it is also no less valid than your truth or someone else's truth, right? There's always 3 forms of truth in any given situation, depending on how many parties are, there. But it's like, do you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? But that's just my personal truth. That, you don't have to agree with that, but that is something that's kind of being worked on for you at this time. Let's just get one more, because apparently this reading isn't long enough. Shit. The heart. The heart. The little sparkle inside. The home, the center, bringing you home to yourself. Expansive, knowing, gentle clarity. Clarity is just important here. You're just gonna have to sit in the lack of clarity, right? As little you and little them is being dissolved to bring in big you, big them, big heart, big heart. It is possible from an imaginal point of view to sense the heart as a place. Either we are there within the realm of expansion and compassion, or we've drifted somewhere else. There's no between. It's common for us to leave this archetypal center without realizing it, as the world with its seductive twists and turns offers us frequent departure. We may even become a stranger to the landscape of the heart, leaving it vacant for long stretches of time. That's what they're doing at this time. The seat of the heart is often reclaimed by nature, music, dance, and the presence of children of animals. This card encourages us to move past the layers of life's tangles and knots and enter the wild and sacred center of the self. The most precious throne in the galaxy is awaiting your return. And that's why I said, don't be doing that matching energy shit. Like, if that's not what lies within your heart, right? Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. That's lame. It just is. Anyway, I hope you found this reading helpful. Let me know if it resonates with you. As always, if you like, I always put this in the description, but if you'd like to book a reading with me, if I didn't trigger you too much, if I didn't piss you off too much, actually, like, if I piss you off, God, let's look into that. Let's assess that, right? Because there's probably a thread that we can tug on there. But if you'd like to book a reading with me, email is always in the description. I would love to work with you. Have a wonderful day, my angels. I love you so much. Bye.